Hello, Aries. Thanks for coming in for your February reading. I've already cleansed your space, laid down the spread. They only give me 10 minutes, so let's jump into February for you. Okay, the current energy for February is Queen of Wands and the Devil. I can't show nakedness, so you could be dealing in February with some real sketchy energy. It's like I see you stepping in your Queen of Wands energy where you're trying to be helpful. You're trying to take action from a place of wisdom and learned experience and help guide and advise others. But ain't nobody trying to hear that from you this month. It's almost like you're being penalized for not being reactive. You've decided that you're not going to be acting from a place of impulse. You're not going to be reactive. And it's as though your approach isn't being appreciated. In fact, it's being penalized. And I see that with the Hermit in reverse and the Judgment card in reverse. You're not trying to resurrect a situation where you are being victimized again. You're trying to be responsible and you're trying to be mature in the action that you're taking. And it seems like you're the only person who has received any growth over a period of time. When I look at what your higher self wants you to see, it's the Three of Cups in reverse and the Empress in reverse. This could have something to do with a mother or family or sisters or some sort of feeling where a third party situation makes you feel disempowered. It could be a situation where a community of people make you feel like you cannot create, you cannot come from a place of growth and spring forward with manifestation of things that you can create. It's like nobody wants to be receptive. And that's not just you imagining that, Aries, that's your higher self telling you you can't fuck with people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You're wasting your breath. You are losing your power dealing with these people or trying to convince them of anything. That challenge of the Judgment in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. Sharing your wisdom and the things that you've learned up to this point is falling on deaf ears. What's being hidden from you is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is slow moving energy. These people are not going to be receptive. They don't care. That's what's being hidden. They do not care. They are coming from a very ungrounded space where they haven't filled their cup, where their cup is empty, and you've been the person who's always filled it or given them an excuse, and you're not coming in the same way anymore, Aries. The effects of the past, the Justice and the Eight of Swords in reverse. You have balanced out, you have spoken your truth, and you're no longer sitting in that self-victim headspace where you're a victim to the circumstances. You are coming forward. I'm speaking to an Aries who has done a lot of fucking growth. This person has radical accountability. They are owning their own shit. And at the very least, you're expecting other people to at least acknowledge that. And you're dealing with people who they can't benefit from you being the person who was reactive before. The outcome for this situation is the Five of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. You've just, in the future sense here, you have just decided, I'm not fighting. This is not worth my energy to fight about this anymore. I'm not interested in the conflict. And what it does is it opens up this Ace of Wands energy where you can take action on a new beginning. With the Five of Pentacles, it may feel lonely because you might have to leave some things behind. And it may feel a little scarce. You may be feeling like you're at a deficit. But this opens up this beautiful opportunity for a new beginning to take action. Now, what's been on the bottom of these two decks is the Tower in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You're not having to work so hard. And you've avoided some sudden shocking event that would create some sort of situation where you had to work harder to recreate a foundation. This is beautiful. I feel like I'm speaking to an Aries that needed to hear that you're not wrong. And I mean, this obviously isn't a reading for everybody, but you are coming forward trying to be mature about the situation. You've spoke your truth. You're not really interested. The challenge is I'm not resurrecting. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna stick to myself, because there's a fear of all the shit coming back up again, and you returning to the person that was reactive before. Like, I don't want these people to bring me out of my bag. I have done too much growth to return to this old person that I used to be. I pulled a card of advice. Impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. Let's see how this fits in. Turning back isn't necessarily a failure. Sometimes it's the wisest thing you can do. If there's an area in your life where there's an impasse, the universe is telling you to use this time to reflect and redirect your energy in another way. Wisdom is knowing when to back down, turn around, and let it go. There are times in life to break through barriers, and there are times to change direction. Wow. There's an area in your life regarding relationships, business, finances, health, or your life path that needs to be evaluated. Perhaps a new route is needed. If you reach an impasse in life, instead of protesting that it's unfair or unwarranted, change your course. Do it quickly and easily instead of focusing on what's not working. Focus on what can work and what steps are needed to create a different outcome. This is the sign of a sage. The wise one views an obstacle, and if it's impassable, he immediately steps back and goes a different way. Therein dwells the sage's success. Whatever the obstacle in your life, you've learned what you needed to learn. Now back away and choose a different path. It's like I feel like I'm speaking to an Aries who has sort of beat their head against the wall, trying to convince people of something and trying to be supportive and trying to, like, it's just not working. These people are not receptive. And it's not you. It's that you've reached a period of growth and some people just can't come with you in that. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you're dealing with some real unreciprocated energy. These people don't want to grow. They don't want to succeed. They don't want to have success. And it's almost like they're resentful towards you for wanting that. The Four of Wands. Your job is to build home and community around yourself. And sometimes that means that you can't take these people with you. And that can be hurtful when it seems like that was your major support system. But they're not really showing up very supportive in February. And that's okay. It's redirecting you exactly in the path that you need to go. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment so that you can experience the biggest growth, Aries. Thank you. And I hope that helped.